Hello everyone, it's Dale here with new weekly trading ideas video. Today we are going to look at 3 trading ideas. The first one will be on the euro, then we will cover the ES, and then we'll take a look at the Australian dollar, US dollar. So what you see before you, this is the NinjaTrader 8 platform with my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators, and it is the 30-minute chart of the euro dollar. What I want to show you today is a support which is in here at 1.1581. This support is based on weekly point of control, which is, I would say, just by itself a pretty strong level to trade from. So if you take a look at this gray profile on the left, then you can notice that heaviest volumes are right here. By the way, this volume profile, that's the weekly volume profile showing the volumes throughout the whole previous week, right? And the weekly point of control is right here. This is where the heaviest volumes were traded. And as you can see, my level is at the beginning of this heavy volume zone where the weekly point of control is. So what basically happened here is that there were huge volumes accumulated here throughout this whole area, and then buyers took over and pushed the price aggressively upwards here. Because of this strong buying activity, we can say that in this area there were strong buyers accumulating their long positions, right? And afterwards, after they accumulated the long positions, they pushed the price upwards. So the idea behind the trade from this long, from this support, is wait for the pullback, and if it occurs, then go long from here, because the buyers from here, from this whole rotation zone where the heavy volumes were traded, those buyers will want to become active, defend this place which clearly was important for them, and push the price upwards from there again. All right, this is volume profile setup, which I call the volume accumulation setup. You don't actually need to see a weekly volume profile there. What is enough to see is, for example, a huge heavy volume zone like this, which is followed by a strong trend activity, right? So you can either look at it like this, or you can take the bigger picture, look at it like this. But in both cases, as you can see, it will point you to this heavy volume zone from which strong buying activity started, and you want to trade from there. All right, so right now we just need to wait for that pullback. If it occurs, then take the long from there. All right, so the next trading idea is on the ES. Let's check it out. This is a 30-minute chart of the ES, and in here I want to show you a volume profile setup, which I call the rejection setup. A rejection is when the price goes one way and then suddenly turns and goes aggressively the other way. Something like in here, right? This is a strong rejection. What I want to see within strong rejection are essentially 2 things. First thing is significant volume zone. So what I do is I use my flexible volume profile like this over the rejection area, and I want to see something like this. Significant volume zone somewhere close to the place where the price turned from the sell-off into the strong buying activity, right? So this is an important volume cluster which identifies place where buyers were active. Buyers took place in here, they started to accumulate the long positions here, and eventually they reversed the price and the price went up, right? So I want to see a strong rejection, and within that rejection there needs to be a significant volume cluster. Okay. The other thing that I like to see within a rejection is a fair value gap, which I have right here. This is a fair value gap. This software which I have here automatically draws those fair value gaps, and I like to trade from the beginning of the fair value gap, which is right here, right? That's why I have the level at 63.52. All right, so we have the rejection, fair value gap, I mean the significant volume cluster here, and also the fair value gap. All right, so when the price comes back to this level, chances are that there'll be a reaction as the buyers from here will want to become active again and push the price upwards from there. Now let me go to the Australian dollar, US dollar, and there is the same setup. So let me show you. So this is the Australian dollar, US dollar. 30-minute chart, and right here, this is a strong rejection of lower prices, right? Because the price went aggressively downwards, then turned and went aggressively upwards. So that's the rejection. Another thing that we need to see is significant volume cluster. So select the rejection area with the volume profile, and you look for significant volume cluster. That would signify the strength of the buyers who reversed this selling activity into this buying activity, right? So we have that volume cluster. And another thing that I like to see is the fair value gap, which we do have in here. This is the fair value gap, and the beginning of the fair value gap is right here. That's why my level is exactly at 0.65, because it is the beginning of that fair value gap. And as you can see, it nicely aligns with that volume cluster here. So when the price makes pullback, this level, chances are that there'll be a reaction, right? Because the buyers from here will want to become active again. They'll want to defend this place where they were active before, and they'll want to push the price upwards from there again, right? Now, if you guys are interested in learning more about volume profile trading, then head over to my website. It is at traderdale.com, and if you click this button, Trading Course and Tools, then it will take you to this page where you can browse my trading education and custom-made trading indicators. We have the volume profile pack focusing on volume profile trading. Then there's the order flow pack, view up pack, and smart money pack. You can get those packs separately right here, or scroll down a bit and get them in one discounted bundle. All right.
Now, before I wrap the video up, I'd like to announce a winner of a contest we had last time. The prize of the contest were my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators for TradingView platform, and right now on your screen you see the name of the person who won in the contest. So congratulations to the winner, and what I'll do next is I'll do another contest for the next week. The only thing that you need to do to participate in this contest is leave a comment below this video, which I'll publish on YouTube, and next week I'll randomly pick one person to win this set of custom-made indicators. So that's about that. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading!